Hey, it's Joshua, room 21, the last room of the cost wing, and the last room of the whole principal's arc. We have spent 4 rooms learning to play the price list well. This final room is about the costs that are not on the price list at all. The ones decided not by the sticker on the part, but by the entire shape of the system.
You can spend an entire month clipping coupons, right-sizing, chasing discounts, shaving a few % here and there. And someone 3 desks over in a single quiet afternoon at a whiteboard can make one design choice that saves or wastes 10 times what all of your coupons will ever add up to. Because the real bill is not on the price list, it is in the blueprint. And 2 of its very biggest line items are things the price list will never, ever show you. This is the last room of the wing and of the whole arc. Every other room played the menu well. This one is about the costs above the menu, the ones decided by the shape of the system and not the sticker on any single part. So picture 2 libraries offering the very same service. The first keeps a full staff on payroll around the clock, and it also employs a small army of people just to maintain the building's plumbing, its wiring, and its boilers. The second hires a service that staffs the desks only when readers actually walk in, and it rents the building from someone else who handles all of the plumbing. The same books are served, but the bills are wildly different. And most of that difference is not the desks. It is the plumbers you no longer pay and the empty hours you no longer staff. 2 hidden line items are hiding in here, and both of them are structural. The first is the people. Running your own database, your own servers, your own plumbing has a cost that never appears on the infrastructure bill. The engineers who patch it, monitor it, and babysit it at 3 in the morning. That is real money, and it is completely invisible on the price list. The second is data gravity. Data is cheap to keep and sometimes shockingly expensive to move. Hauling it out across the boundary to another region or another provider, that is exactly where the surprise charge lives. So the real cost lever is architectural, and it points in 2 directions: managed and serverless. You let the provider run the plumbing and bill you per request. So idle costs you nothing, and the 3 a.m. babysitting is no longer on your payroll. You trade away a little control for a radically lower total cost of owning the thing. And designed for data gravity. Keep the compute right next to the data it chews on, and treat moving data across a boundary as a first-class cost, never an afterthought. The cheapest architecture is almost always the one that runs nothing when it is idle and moves as little as it possibly can. Here's the keeper. The biggest cost lever is the architecture, not the price list. Count the total cost of ownership, including the people who run it. Prefer designs that cost nothing when idle, and respect data gravity, because moving data is where the hidden bill lives. Do not clip coupons on a blueprint that is bleeding. Fix the blueprint. The labels are the stickers. Total cost of ownership, managed services, serverless, data transfer or egress cost, operational overhead. In the cloud, the managed services, RDS, DynamoDB, Fargate, buy down the people cost, and serverless, Lambda, bills per request. So idle costs nothing. And the data transfer out charge is the classic surprise, cheap to store, but dear to export. 2 cost mindsets. Optimize the price list. Pick the cheaper instance, chase the discount. It is real, but it is bounded. You are shaving thin slices off a fixed pie. Or optimize the architecture. Choose serverless over always on, managed over self-run, and keep your data and your compute together. That can change the size of the pie itself. The first one saves you percentages, the second saves you multiples, and it folds in every room before it. Serverless simply is pay per use, and managed removes the idle baseline and the operations bill, both at once. So the exam shows you the words. Minimize operational overhead, reduce the management burden. Those words are pointing at a managed or serverless service. They are about the people cost, not the instance cost. Unpredictable or very low traffic, minimize the cost. Serverless, Lambda, it bills per request and it is free at idle. And why is this bill unexpectedly high? Open Cost Explorer and suspect the data transfer out, the egress. The tell is always the language. When a question says overhead or management or operational effort, it is asking about the total cost of ownership, not the sticker price.
Your turn. The very last one of the whole arc. I'll wait. A small team runs a low-traffic internal API on a fleet of servers, all sized for the peak, and they are on call around the clock to patch and monitor them. But the traffic is just a trickle most of the day. Name the architectural change that cuts both the infrastructure bill and the hidden people cost, and why it cuts both.
Move it to serverless. Lambda with Amazon API Gateway in front. Low, spiky traffic is the single worst possible fit for always-on servers, and a perfect fit for pay per request. And it cuts both bills at the very same time. The infrastructure cost drops to nearly nothing at idle because no servers are running for a trickle, and the people cost simply vanishes because there is no fleet left to patch, to scale, or to babysit at 3 in the morning. The biggest savings was never a cheaper server. It was a different blueprint. And that closes the cost wing and the entire principles arc of the map. So stand back for a moment and look at the whole shape of it. We learned to build a system that spreads out. Copies, workers, queues. We learned to keep it standing against accident and attacker, isolation, redundancy, locks, and ciphers. And we learned to run it within its means. Rent, commit, right size, and let the blueprint carry the bill. And underneath every single room, there was one instinct, repeated again and again. Name exactly what the requirement needs. No more. And by precisely that. Least privilege, disaster recovery, the right-sized room. It was the very same sentence the whole time. And that is the layer that sits above all of the certificates. The names on the console will change. This one will not. One breath to close the arc. The deepest cost decisions are not on the price list. They are in the architecture. Count the whole cost, including the people. Prefer designs that cost nothing when idle, and respect data gravity. Don't clip coupons on a blueprint that is bleeding. Fix the blueprint.
That is the blueprint, the biggest cost lever you have, and it closes the principal's arc, 21 rooms down. I'm Joshua. Thank you for walking the whole map with me. I'll see you in the next one.